Okay, so look, now, here's the idea, here's the problem, here's the solution, all in one. See, many of us think that people buy. If you ask a customer why do you buy that over that, and why didn't you buy A? Why did you buy B? Why did you choose any, not Amelia? Why did you choose that person, not that person? Then I'm going to try and give you some idea about how they thought very carefully. They compared our services, they compared the people, they compared something, right? And then they made a choice that was very rational, that made sense to them, that fitted the situation. Here's the truth, my friends. Most customers, 95% of customers, 95% of customers buy based on emotions. Yeah. Only a very small handful will buy based on logic, based on features. This is why so many brands, so many businesses you see, so many ads you see, don't talk about price. They don't talk about anything, even the features half the time. They talk about emotions. See, the problem is that people don't even know what emotions is making them buy. But of course they feel the emotions. That's why they make a decision, right? We can do a lot to get them to feel something. That way they press the right buttons and buy what we want them to buy. Now I think many businesses are almost careless with the power that we have to affect people's unconscious. So I think we need to understand how to use emotions to drive buying behaviors. But I think we need to use emotions in a way that empowers people, in a way that gives people a positive mindset. When they do business with us, that leaves them, energized, empowered, not in fear, not feeling less than. Let me explain. Let me explain. But by the time I finish, you get my drift, and then hopefully I'll trigger some emotions in you that you come and share some of your thoughts. And it's all about triggering people somehow, right? See, once we know that we're driven by feelings, as businesses, as marketers, we want to tap into those feelings, right? We need to learn how to get the feeling that we want, and then get the reaction we want based on the feelings that we generate. See, there's a thing about understanding how feelings work, how emotions work. I think most of us probably know emotions are at the heart of buying. What I think is missing is this link between the emotions and, I guess, a positive mindset and a high energy vibration, and also how that then links to what happens to the customers after we sell to them. Okay, so let me try and break it down as best I can. There's something called emotional persuasion. That's essentially what we're trying to do with our customers, right? We're not trying to sell to them. We're not trying to pressure them into buying or encourage them or get them to buy. We're trying to persuade them, by showing them the right stimuli, the right information, the right imagery, the right words, the right messages. See, when we can first design the right messages, then we can begin to affect our customers the right way. See, the hard truth is that most businesses get us to buy on the basis of negative emotions. What's negative emotions, Eddie? Okay, so many adverts you see, they work on greed. If you have this, and you can make more money. I think of the people that you see on LinkedIn. If you buy my service, you can make more money. You can be rich. You can sell. You can sell more. Is that negative? Yes and no. Of course, there's an excitement when that person gets whatever you want to offer them to achieve that greed, for example. But ultimately, that's not a good enough reason for people to feel good about themselves afterwards. Again, give me a few minutes. I'll break this down for you. There's other emotions that people sell on is fear. FOMO. If you don't buy it now, you're going to miss out. Sale. If you don't buy it today, you're going to be higher price tomorrow. Neither are true half the time, right? We're just creating scarcity for the sake of it because we think it makes them buy now. That's ridiculous. But that's how life is, right? Some companies create a sense of envy. You buy this, you look great. Other people would be, I don't know, yeah, they would be jealous of you. I guess so. You know, is that good emotion? Yeah. No. Again, it's not other people trying to sell pride. You're proud of something you've done. You'll be happy because you're better than others. No, you're not better than others. You're just you bought something. That's all you've done, right? And that's another emotion that you see a lot of is shame. If you don't buy this now, you're not worthy of being the person who owns this thing. So the companies do it in very subtle ways. I guess we as small brands, we as people businesses, I think we are really. We need to understand how to use emotions. Maybe not with the same subtlety as the big brands, but with something that's close, right? So if we need to understand how emotions really work, how emotions persuade people. And I guess to break it down for you, look, emotions make people feel connected to our business, to our products. When people feel something about my business, they want to do business, they want to support my business, they want to buy from me, they want to come to my events, they want to support my friends. So it's about getting people to feel something about your business or feel something for your business. That's what makes them really buy, ultimately. Now, so when people feel something, I guess they go on to what we call an emotional state. It's a feeling, almost like, they're a way of being for a moment at least, right? Where they can feel happy, they can feel joyous, they can feel, as if they've achieved something. But that state, and that will soon disappear. It doesn't last very long. Until that person thinks of us again later on. You see, as as small businesses, we have to evoke those feelings, but we need to know what customers want from us to know what they want to feel when they do business with us. Once we're aware of what they want, then we can appeal to the emotional decision making side, which will then persuade them to press that button, whether to call us, to buy, to inquire, whatever we tell them to do next, a call to action. You see, as of course, we should focus on, when I say a state, it is about creating that, how to put it, about creating a lifestyle, right? This is the simple truth of it. Now, when I tell you I make you famous, I know what I do. I'm a marketer, right? But I know I've tried selling marketing for years, nearly 10 years. No one cares about marketing. They all need it. They all want it. But they want more what I offer them today, which is fame. I want to make you famous. That's a lifestyle thing, right? It's beyond the products. It's beyond the service. It's moving my customers into a state of feeling something, feeling that they've got something they didn't have before, to be a place that they want to be at, right? That there's a lifestyle that they're truly buying. As a business provider, a service provider, what are you selling to your customers? What lifestyle are you offering them? That's only when you can work out what your customers need and identify that lifestyle and give them that message. We can do this we can make you feel this way. Think of Coke. Coca-Cola doesn't sell drinks. Of course they do. But what they really sell is you are part of a young and vibrant, successful community of people who drink Coke. Again, Apple doesn't sell computers. Of course they do. Or phones or devices, right? Damn Apple, you do, right? But deep down, they sell us this thing about, you're part of a group of high-tech people who use the latest technology and can create fantastic things for the world. No, you're just an iPhone user. I'm being myself in both ends, right? I get it. No, but as a marketer, I think there's a saying: "Don't sell the sizzle, sell the steak." Right? Sell the lifestyle, sell the good things, the big things you're giving them. Don't sell the product itself. Don't focus less on that because that's not going to get you anywhere. Those who focus on the product description, and product features eventually lose the game anyway because customers just get bored. They can't see what they want in the message. You see, of course, there's this issue of negative emotions, like I mentioned earlier. Brands use it every day. Sometimes it is a very dangerous trick to try and pull off. Because negative emotions, by definition, makes people feel bad, right? It gives them a negative bias. So people tend to, if you make them feel bad enough, upset, anxious, afraid, then they may take action, right? They may, because your FOMO, your last only two left type idea, you may create that urgency, that sense of scarcity I mentioned earlier, right? And they will act now because they don't want to miss out. So negative emotions can work, but they say there's a high risk that people will eventually turn on you when they turn on themselves. Yeah, I know what I just said, right? I think instead we want to sell what I call high value and high arousal messages. We want to sell messages that captivate people, messages that inspire people, messages that make people feel that they can be their best self by doing business with you. So and it can be a very fine line between negative and positive. Like I said, if I sell you greed because you make loads of money, is that good? Maybe. But if I sell you, philanthropy that you can make enough money to help other people, that's it's a different feeling completely, right? One's good, one's not so good. Now, how do brands sort of con us with emotions? How do they con us? How do they sell us emotions? That's me being myself again. You see, when you look at luxury goods, they're trying to sell you this thing about, oh, you're gonna have greater self-worth. People are gonna accept you. You're gonna have higher status. This is what they're selling you really when you buy a Chanel bag, when you buy whichever name brand you want to buy, right? Phone companies, why don't you sell us a device? Which is a connection to make a phone call, could go online, right? Now they want to sell us this being part of a beautiful network of people. I mentioned Apple earlier. They're just phone users, my friends. But no, Apple sells us we're part of this high-tech community of people. If you look at Nike, they're not offering you a pair of trainers. We call them trainers, you call them sneakers in America, right? Nike are offering you adventure, glory, competition, that you're going to win. You see how people use emotions? Now, if you look at their pictures, if you look at their messages, if you look at the words, the videos, that they're selling you something that's totally based on emotions. There's no mention of the product or the price. Even perfume companies and perfume makers, they sell you, if you buy this, people are gonna love you. You're gonna find your perfect partner, whatever that looks like or sounds like. Perfect relationships, all your sexual desires met miraculously by just having, this spray. My son is into sprays, and I shake my head because I'm saying it's just a spray, another one out of your hundreds of sprays that you have. Hundreds of, I don't know, he calls them ouds, and that's what they're called apparently. So that's just also, and Amelia and I know what brands are doing to people every day. Do you? If you do know, are you doing the same thing? Are you using emotions in your brand? This is the conversation I'm trying to have with you today, right? Now, there's one emotion that I think everyone agrees it's a positive thing. That's humour. Making people laugh is the best emotion that we can sell people. But anyone who's ever tried it knows it's so hard to do. You might do it once, you might do it twice. After that, then what? Think of people who do funny. I'm thinking Moonpig, for example. You know, the card company. But they do humor, they do funny. But goodness me, they spend billions, millions, literally, on their funny approach, on their funny look, their funny branding, their funny text, their funny messages, their funny videos. It costs them a lot of money to be funny. But people love the elements of funny. We love things that are funny. We love the surprise element. We love not knowing what to expect next. We love things that are unusual. And so, when funny brands, humor, who want to make us laugh, we tend to forget that we're being sold something. Ha ha ha! And then, tap your card here, please. They might as well say that, right? Of course, laughing at anything makes us happy, right? So, if you can use humor, of course, I will always encourage it. But I know, as a marketer, I don't want to commit to making your brand funny, because I'm not funny myself, right? I'm funny to me. I'm funny to some people. Yeah, I can't keep it going for long enough. That's just me being honest, right? Look, so here's my point ultimately, my friend. Why focus on positive emotions? See, we know people don't buy products, but they invest in having a better, or being a better version of themselves. That's what they really want, right? So you want people to remember you, not with the negative emotions that I mentioned earlier. After they're bought, because you said you're going to make them rich, or you're going to make them the pride of everyone. You're going to make everyone jealous of them. Now, people are then left with this sense of sadness, this negativity, this fear, this anxiety, this, oh, I hate myself for buying that, because it doesn't really do what I thought it might do. And if it does make other people jealous of me, is that really good emotion? No. Oh, now I hate myself, right? I wish I didn't buy that. I wish I didn't fall for it. Is a problem, right? Now your brand is associated with some negative emotions. And if you're going to pull someone to buy on FOMO, for fear of missing out, once they realise that the same product is going to be again on sale next month, has been a lower price before, they will hate you. They will feel bad about themselves, and they will hate you in return. They feel conned, is the word we use in England, right? They feel that they've been manipulated. You don't want your brand linked with any of that sort of feelings, really. So people who tend to feel bad about doing business with you eventually will find someone else who gives them the positive emotions and do business with instead. See, I think when we focus on positive emotions in our selling, I think that we help people. This thing about being a better version of themselves, it's not as tricky as it sounds, my friends. And I'll probably end not long after this, right? Here's the reason why I want to go positive on emotions. So when we focus on the positive things, we appeal to humans' basic needs. Now, Tony Robbins talks about this all the time. And he talks about we want to appeal to people's human needs because that's where the victory really is for us and for the people themselves who buy from us. So what are those needs? Essentially, everyone, apart from the basic needs, love, safety, and being alive, and so on and so forth, right? Probably the first three I'll leave out, because look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Yeah. So instead, they're greater needs that we can appeal to, my friends. So what are those needs that we can appeal to in emotions that we sell? Number one, significance. Everyone wants to be significant. Again, when I say I want to make you famous, it means I want to make you feel important. I want to make you important. I want to make everyone know who you are. or make everyone know how special you are, how unique you are, how different you are to other people in a good way, right? So now focus on how you help people to feel significant. Second thing I'll say, people want connection. We live in a very lonely world. People live in a world of lonely people. Maybe that's the same thing I just said, right? People they want to feel somewhat loved. They want to be accepted as part of something special, as part of someone who does something useful, right? They want to feel, part belonging. It feels like it's almost like going back to when we were kids in the playground. Where we want friends. We want real friends, friends we like, friends who like us, who appreciate us. What do you do to help people to feel that sense of connection? So earlier on I do audio rooms. I can tell you, part of what we sell really is that community that we build around you, for you, with you. Many people come to me and they say, I want more customers. I'm like, yeah, okay. Let's do an audio room. And then they may well turn around and say, I haven't got any customers. I'm like, don't worry, when I wouldn't just started. What you do have is now people who know you, who you are. You've now got these 30 people who turn up every time that we show up. They know who you are. They go to other rooms. They talk about you positively. So now you have a community around you. That's enough to keep most people doing audio rooms for a long time, knowing that in the end, that community will come good for them. They will come to them when they need your service and their products. See, there's two greater needs that people really, really want us to fulfill for them. The first one is, which is number 6 on Tony Robbins' list. Everyone wants that sense of fulfillment. They want that sense of feeling that they're happy, that they live their best purpose, that they're actually living for what they are on earth to do. Can we do that? Of course we can. Marketers will sell you a dream about something, how you can help more people. So the best marketers will tell you, it's not about you, it's not about me, it's about the customers you help. Our customers suddenly feel this sense of fulfillment, this sense of, oh, I'm doing something great. Which they are, and most of the time. Look, the last need we have is, as people, is this need to contribute. This need to contribute to someone, to our target audience, to society, to the world. Someone almost living our calling again, right? Doing something that's bigger than us. Doing something that, is for humanity, for the planet. So that's what people really pay us for. That's what people really want. When you can tap into these 4 needs that people have, they will love you, and they will love doing business with you almost forever, and they'll be coming back. Look, it's not hard to find out what people really want, right? You can't just ask them. What do you know? What's your number 1 goal? What do you really want from me, from my service? Once you know what the customer wants, you can begin to say, okay, what words can we use to trigger this customer into feeling what they want to feel? Simple as that. And then from there, of course, I say simple, and some companies spend good money on this research process, right? Once you know what triggers them, and you know what words you want to do, what you want to use, and let's figure out when are you going to say it, how are you going to say it? Are you going to say it in your blogs? Are you going to say it in your posts? Are you going to design posters? Are you going to do videos? How are you going to do it? How are you going to let them know you get them? Of course, man, you have a choice of using the right words, right images, right colors. It's marketing 101, right? But many of us miss all these things out. My friends, come and tell us, how do you use emotions in your business? I could talk a lot more, but let me stop here, right? I think I love the fact that you always give them a lovely audience every time. So let me stop talking. Amelia, what's your thoughts?
So when you were talking about positive emotion, it made me think back